there's anyone else in the hallway, we'll let them just meander in. So, first of all, my name is Eric Glick. I'm one of the organizers here at SENY. Thank you so much for joining us today for the first SENY event of 2020. Just real quick, show of hands, how many people is it your first time here at a SENY meetup? Wow. Wow. That's awesome. So thank you so much for joining us. We have a great event tonight. I'm super excited about it. First, we want to kick this off by thanking Marjorie from VMWare. Marjorie was a gracious host, really helped us out, looking for a great space, and she came through. Quick plug, if anyone's interested in hosting an SENY event at your office, contact one of us and we'll help you get it organized, get it set up, but we'd really appreciate it, looking for a few more people probably for the rest of this year.
It's great for recruitment.
Great recruiting. All right, so what we want to do before we jump into the content today is just talk a little bit about SENY, especially since we have a lot of new folks here, and then we'll go ahead and hand it over to Rakesh. So SENY, as Akshat puts it, is the premier community for SEs, solutions engineers, just people who are interested about getting into the field. It's been around for about 1.5 years, and I've been doing sales engineering for about 7 years now, all in New York City, and just always looking for like-minded people in the industry to bounce best practices off of, ideas, brainstorm with, maybe just have a beer with. So I put together this group, and it's really taken off. So right now we are the largest SE community in the East Coast. I believe second largest in the world. Is that right?
Yep, second largest. Yeah, that's right.
Behind San Francisco. So yeah, we're coming for him though. So we've actually had a pretty good run. So last year we had about I think there's a build here. There we go. We had about 150 people. And so we've almost tripled. We're up over 450 people, which is pretty incredible. On our way to 1,000 people. So there's a couple places where you can catch up with sales engineers in New York. First of all, share this with people who you think would be interested. That's how this group really got to be as big as it is today. So you can find us on the meetup page where you can go ahead and RSVP for events like this. We have a Slack workspace. It's actually pretty active. We have about 150 people on there. Great spot if anyone's looking to just chat with other folks, find new jobs, share best practices. It's been really, really popular so far. And then our LinkedIn page just to stay in touch with things that are going on in the community. A little bit about just what we're looking at for 2020. So obviously we expect to see some big growth with SENY. But we're also going to be doing more events like this. So like I said, if you're interested in hosting one, you want to be a part of one, you have an idea about one, get in touch with one of us. We're still kind of building out what that looks like for this year. So we have a couple themes that we're going to follow throughout the year, really thinking about like the mind of an SE going through it. So enablement and execution, we'll have some events talking about hiring, account strategy, and at the end of the year, one of our organizers, Owen, is in the back. He is our Chief Entertainment Officer, I believe.
And we get to 1,000 people, we'll get Styles P to come perform for this. I'm going to talk to his manager right now. If you don't know who Styles P is, you need to educate yourself.
All right, Styles P. I have no idea who that is, but I think it's going to be pretty amazing. I have trust in Owen. Before we kick this off, so we do have some information that we posted on the Slack workspace. So if you're in there, you have access, feel free to jump out to it. Otherwise, feel free to check it out. There's just going to be a little bit of a primer about the event tonight, and then there will be more updates from the event, pictures we'll share there, and so on and so forth. With that, I'm going to pass this off to my good friend Sam Pena to talk a little bit about one of the things that we're going to be doing this year.
Yes, Sam.
Awesome, thanks guys. Yeah, so one of the new kind of experiences that we're trying to create this year is we're working towards creating an executive leadership roundtable. Let me give you a little bit of motivation of why that is the case. So for those of you that are LinkedIn colleagues of mine, I was recently promoted this year to be the VP of North America for Pluralsight. But with that comes a lot of questions and kind of best practices. And so the goal here is to really get leaders together to discuss some best practices, things that are working, that are not working. So we're kind of building this new community up within the larger community So what we're looking for is for people to commit to wanting to participate. So we have a website, a subpage called Roundtable. So anyone that's interested to submit, once we have a list of about 20 people, I'll start reaching out. We'll start curating content on what we want to focus on. There will be some pre-read, and then of course there will be a place for us to meet together. So be on the lookout. If any leaders are here, love to connect afterwards.
Great, thank you, Sam. So now we'll jump into the content. So I want to go ahead and introduce Rakesh. So